Hey guys, my name is Shivij and welcome to my channel Technaut. So guys, here I am today with another video in which I'll tell you the best smartphones which you could get under rupees 30,000. And guys, before moving on, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please hit the subscribe button and also press the bell icon so that you don't miss any latest updates about my upcoming videos. So now moving on to the first smartphone, which is the Samsung Galaxy A71. So guys, this smartphone has a processor of Qualcomm Snapdragon 730, and this phone supports a quad camera setup in which we have a 64 megapixel main camera, a 12 megapixel ultra wide lens, a 5 megapixel depth lens and a 5 megapixel macro lens. And this phone has a battery of about 4500 mAh which comes with a 25-watt fast charging. This smartphone comes with a RAM of 8GB and with an internal storage of 128GB, which is also expandable up to 512GB. And this phone supports the operating system Android 10. And this phone comes in 4 colors, which are Prism Crush Silver, Prism Crush Blue, Prism Crush Black and Haze Crush Silver. And if talking about some other features, it has the Knox Security, it has the SloMo Selfie, and you can also double click to switch between your private photos or your other photos. It has the single take feature in camera, and it also has a 6.7-inch Super Amoled Display. And now if talking about its price is up to rupees 29,500. Now moving on to the second smartphone, which is the Realme X3 Super Zoom. So this smartphone has a processor of Qualcomm Snapdragon 855 Plus, and this phone supports a quad camera setup with a 60x super zoom, which has a 64 megapixel main camera, an 8 megapixel ultra wide angle lens, an 8 megapixel periscope lens and a 2 megapixel macro lens. This phone has a 4200 mAh battery with a 30-watt fast charger, and this phone comes in 2 variants, in which the first one is the 8GB RAM and 128GB internal storage, and the second one is 12GB RAM with 256GB internal storage. But the second variant comes above rupees 30,000. So this phone supports Android 10, and this phone comes in 2 colors, which are Arctic White and Glacier Blue, and its weight is just about 202 grams. And now if talking about some other features, it has the 120Hz display, it also has a super zoom, it has side fingerprint, it has a liquid cooling system, and it also has a pro nightscape mode. So this smartphone's price is rupees 27,999 with 8GB RAM and 128GB internal storage, but the other variant is above rupees 30,000. Now coming to the third smartphone, which is the OnePlus Note 5G. So this phone comes with a processor of Qualcomm Snapdragon 765G 5G, and this phone has a quad camera setup in which we have a 48 megapixel wide angle lens, a 8 megapixel ultra wide angle lens, a 5 megapixel depth lens and a 2 megapixel macro lens. This phone also has a dual selfie camera setup in which we have a 32 megapixel wide angle lens and an 8 megapixel ultra wide lens. And this phone has a battery of 4115 mAh which comes with a 30-watt fast charging. This phone also comes in 2 variants, from which one is the 8GB RAM and 128GB internal storage, and the second one is 12GB RAM with 256GB internal storage. And this phone has an operating system also of Android 10. This smartphone comes in 3 colors, which are grey ash, grey onyx and marble blue, and its weight is up to 184 grams. And if talking about some other features, it has a 90Hz display and it can give you a 70% charge in just 30 minutes. So now this phone's price is rupees 27,999 if we take it with the 8GB RAM and 128GB internal storage, and its price is rupees 29,999 if we take it with a 12GB RAM and 256GB internal storage. Moving on to the fourth phone, which is the Oppo Reno 3 Pro. So this phone comes with a processor of MediaTek Helio P95, and this phone also has a quad camera setup in which we have a 64 megapixel wide angle lens, a 13 megapixel ultra wide angle lens, an 8 megapixel depth lens and a 2 megapixel macro lens. So this phone also has a dual selfie camera setup in which we have a 44 megapixel wide angle lens and a 2 megapixel ultra wide angle lens. And this phone has a battery of around 4025 mAh with a 30-watt fast charger. So this phone comes in two variants, in which the first variant has an 8GB RAM with 128GB internal storage, and the second variant has also an 8GB RAM with 256GB internal storage. And this phone also operates on the operating system Android 10. So now talking about the color variant, it comes in three colors, which are Auroral Blue, Sky White and Midnight Black. And if talking about some other features, it has a high resolution audio with Dolby Atmos, and it has multi-cooling systems. So now talking about its price is rupees 24,990 if you take it with 8GB RAM and 128GB internal storage, and its price is rupees 27,990 if you take it with 8GB RAM and 256GB internal storage. Now guys, coming to the fifth and the last phone, which is the Vivo V20 Pro 5G. So guys, this phone has the processor Qualcomm Snapdragon 765G 5G, and this phone has a triple rear camera in which we have a 64 megapixel main camera, a 8 megapixel ultra wide angle lens camera and a 2 megapixel mono camera. And this phone also has a dual selfie camera setup in which we have a 44 megapixel wide angle lens and an 8 megapixel ultra wide angle lens. And this phone has a battery capacity of 4000 mAh with a 33 watt fast charger. And this phone comes with an 8GB RAM with 128GB internal storage, and this phone works on the latest Android operating system, which is the Android 11. Now if we talk about the colors of this phone is available in two colors, which are Midnight Jazz and Sunset Melody, and this phone's weight is approximately 170 grams. And if we talk about some other features, so it has features like matte design, matte glass design, 3D sound tracking and fast charging, and also a super night mode in the camera. So these were the smartphones which I found best under rupees 30,000. But there are some other smartphones also which can be taken into consideration, like the Samsung Galaxy M51, which has a very huge battery of around 7000 mAh, and we also have the Samsung A51, and we also have the Oppo Reno 2Z, and we also have a Vivo phone, the Vivo V17 Pro, and also the Realme X. So guys, this was all for today's video. I hope you liked the video. If you like the video, please hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel if you are new, and also press the bell icon and put it to all so that you get every notification of my upcoming video. And also comment your choice down below.